Hi, my name is Katelyn, and welcome to Talking Books with Katelyn. I was born in the same year that the first Percy Jackson book was released, which is kind of interesting to think about. I have read the first two series many times, 1.5 of the Trials of Apollo books, watched both movies numerous times, and I've watched the show a few times as well. I first read the books when I was 14 at my brother's baseball games after getting them for Christmas that year. And today, we will be diving into how the books came to be, the movies and why they were not successful, and the show that was released in December of 2023 and some of the controversies surrounding it.
My name is Percy Jackson. I'm 12 years old. Until a few months ago, I was a boarding student at Yancey Academy, a private school for troubled kids in upstate New York. Am I a troubled kid? Yeah, you could say that.
That was a quote from The Lightning Thief, which is the first book in the first series. For those who do not know, Percy Jackson and the Olympians is a 5-book series written by Rick Riordan and published from 2005 to 2009. It was originally a bedtime story for his children and eventually made an incredibly successful book series out of it. The book is about a 12-year-old boy who finds out he is a demigod and that all of the myths from Greek mythology are real. The first 5 books are all about Percy and his friends going on quests to save the world as we know it. He also published 4 other successful book series and 2 solo books over the last 18 years.
Take this to defend yourself. It's a powerful weapon. Guard it well. Only use it in times of severe distress.
This is a pen. This is a pen.
That was a quote from the first movie. There are 2 Percy Jackson movies that were made, but were not book accurate. The first movie came out in 2010 and the second one came out in 2013. 20th Century Fox bought the rights to Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and they had plans to make a movie for each book. They wanted to make these movies a direct competitor to the Harry Potter movies. However, because of the changes to the script, it lost attraction to make it take off and do well as a movie franchise, which was very sad since the actors for Percy, Annabeth, and Grover, who were Logan Lerman, Alexandria Daddario, and Brandon T. Jackson, were cast very well, even though 20th Century Fox got the ages completely wrong. Riordan was a consultant on the first film and then refused to come back on for the second film. He has spoken out against the movies numerous times over the years to express his disappointment with the direction they went in. His family also have expressed their disappointment with the movies. He also tried to convince 20th Century Fox to not make the second movie, but they refused to listen, and he felt as if his life's work had been destroyed.
The most powerful being in the universe's best idea to save his daughter's life was to turn her into a tree?
She was the bravest demigod I ever knew. She fought valiantly, and she met a hero's fate.
She met a pinecone's fate.
That was a quote from the 3rd episode of the show. While the movies were commercially successful, they did not go over well with true fans since they wanted a book-accurate adaptation. Disney Plus, along with Rick and his wife Becky as executive producers of the show, were involved in every step of the way to make it a reality. Both of them would post updates on their social media platforms to update the fans on the progress. They were, and still are, so excited about this project. The first book, The Lightning Thief, was the first season of the show. In the book, it is only from Percy's point of view, but in the show, it is in 3rd person. Some fans do not understand this concept and were somewhat disappointed about this revelation, since Percy's explanation of his surroundings are what made the book so unique. But you cannot show a person's inner monologue in a show like you can in a book. It is just not possible. There was some backlash with the casting of Annabeth, Percy, and Grover was announced. Walker Scobell, Leah Sava Jeffries, and Aryan Simhadri were casted as the main 3. I think it is important to note that in every book-to-screen adaptation, the characters do not look exactly how they are described in the books, and that is perfectly fine. For being young actors, I thought they did an incredible job in the show. The show was done very well, and you can see that it was created with care. I think the show is how Rick would have written the book if he published it today, and I think that it is a very beautiful concept. You can see how much he loves the series, and the show almost feels like a love letter to the books. In my opinion, it was a great adaptation of this book series. As of February 7th, 2024, the show has been renewed for Season 2, and it is the most streamed Disney Plus original show since its release. I would say that the Percy Jackson franchise is at a good point right now. The popularity of the show and the books will most likely continue to grow over the next few years because of the popularity of the show. I can't wait to see what the next major project will be for Rick Riordan. That is all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you all have an amazing day, night, or whatever time it is. So yeah, thank you so much.